The seed forms, see this little scale right here?
Yeah.
The seed forms down there, they've
Like
fallen
in
out.
between it?
Yep. There's one up on my desk if you want to go grab it. It looks like one of those little helicopters. See if you can find the seed.
Oh, is it the...
I can mostly feel the sap on this one.
Yeah. All these were stuck to it earlier. People have pulled them off. So, but do you think that's the purpose, to stick needles to it?
What?
You think the purpose is to stick needles to it? Yep. Now that's this forms down in here like that. Okay.
This side is what's sticky, right?
The edges.
Oh, this.
Yep. See this one?
Oh,
Whoa.
Okay.
Is that the seed right there?
I think it's a broken piece of the scale. What do you guys think of that? Have you ever eaten a peanut and not realized that was in there? Did you ever think of yourself as eating a baby plant? All right. This one is open more. This one's more mature. This one's older.
So they like open up more?
When they're juveniles, they don't open, so there's no seeds in them.
To stab stuff like just animals.
To defend against predators.
Yeah, are you going to try to get a seed out of there if it's going to cut you open?
I mean,
The purpose of this was not a lesson in like plant reproduction. You do get into that in different grades. The purpose was just to see all the different things that are part of making sure that a seed can survive so that the plant species can survive. And that's something we learn all living things have in common, is that they can make more of their own, right? So at the first station then, it's asked you, what do you think the purpose of the female pine cone having to be so large and the male pine cone being smaller? And a hint is that that when pollen meets an egg, it does make the seed, and on those pine cones, the seed stays on the female pine cone. Okay, so raise your hand if you have a guess as to why that pine cone needs to be larger. Yes?
Because the pine cone needs to hold the seeds and protect them.
Okay, so protecting the seeds. If you said something along those lines, you can put a check mark here. Raise your hand if you said something along the lines of protecting the seed. Anybody say that? Most of you? Okay. So that extra structure, the roughness of the structure, helps protect the seed. All right, at table 2, the purpose was, what's the purpose of the spikes on the pine cone? Right, what do you say, Connor?
To defend against animals and predators.
Okay, to defend against seed-seeking animals, so that's good. And in more general, it is doing what?
I wrote down for it to warn predators.
Okay, because why?
Because it has seeds.
To protect the seeds, exactly. So those spikes are keeping away predators that would get the seed, so protecting the seed as well. So if you said either of those things, you can put a check mark. If not, you can list protect the seed or defend from animals. Okay, how about the third table? That one, you got to see the pollen. The question was, what do you think the purpose of the pollen being so small in the light is? What say you to that one? Kalia?
So bees can pick it up.
Okay, so bees can pick it up. That's a good one. What else, Peyton?
So it can get around everywhere and fertilize more seeds.
Okay, so it can get around everywhere and...
The wind can blow it around.
Okay, wind can blow and...
So the wind can blow it around it and reach the egg.
Okay, excellent. So all those are correct. So easy transport, right? If you ever look at a pine tree, you'll often see the male pine cones at the top where the pollen can sort of fall down or fly down. So the fact that the pollen is very tiny like that and round does help it to move. So excellent.